Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Sistrunk, and I'm reaching out to my students. Okay, we have a new year and also a new semester. And what I want to do with this video series that I'm going to start sending out would be to focus more on getting students employed in the IT industry. So one of the things that students always ask me is, Professor, how do I get into the IT industry? What career path should I take? These type of questions. So what I want to do in this particular semester is focus on those particular questions. I want to start by enlightening students to what they need to do to get in the industry. One of the things that's important is that you know exactly what your career choice will be. So some students have a vague idea of what IT really is. Really, IT is a generic term. It simply means information technology. But in order to get you to truly understand what we do, you have to understand that there are many different disciplines under that banner of information technology. You can be a programmer, you can be a network person, you can be a systems person, and on and on and on. So in this first video log, moving forth in this series, I'm gonna start introducing you to what a career path should look like in this industry. Now, everybody has their own opinion about what a career path should be. I'm personally going to give you mine, and hopefully it will help you. Not to say their opinions are right or wrong. I'm just telling you how I was able to successfully succeed in this industry. So with that being said, let's jump into it. The first thing I'm going to do is start you off at the very basics. What career would you like to go into? What would you actually like to do in IT? And that's the first stumbling block. So let's take a look at a couple of websites that will gear you towards finding out what you would truly enjoy in this industry. Now, we use a term all the time, which we call reverse engineering. I'm going to start you off on looking at an industry, reverse engineer that industry so you will know step by step what you should be doing to be successful in that particular industry. Remember, IT, information technology, is huge, and that statement is vague. Quote unquote, is very big. So let's go into it. Let's look at these two websites you focus on. And at the end of these two websites, I'm expecting you to do your due diligence. Remember, in this industry, you have to do the work to be able to get the skills. I'm expecting you to do your due diligence to get prepared for this industry. And you got to start off by reading these different career paths. But let's go into it. Let's take a look. Let's move to the next level. Okay, so let's go into it. Reverse engineering. Now, the reason that I'm focusing on how to choose a career in the IT industry is because as a Cisco instructor, one of the most important things that Cisco is focusing on this year, they always focus on it heavy, but now they're pushing it out really heavy, is making sure that we can get students into the industry. What's happening is the industry is in demand and they need students, but we need you guys to start really focusing on the career. We need you to narrow and focus on what you actually really want to do. So in this series, I am going to walk you through various ways to choose a career. Now I'm going to focus on one class because I'm building that class out, but I'm also going to make sure you get all the information you need to really dig into the industry. So just a couple of slides here. First of all, what is reverse engineering? Reverse engineering is the process of disassembling an object to determine its inner working. So when we talk about disassembling, we want you to think about how you can break down the career choice. You choose a particular career, and then you start breaking it down into what we call its smallest pieces. So you can begin to see each step you need to take. Most students think, well, I just go to college, and after college, that's it. No, no, no. It's quite a few things we need to work on. You want to be able to gain a competitive advantage in that particular field. And it's ways you can enhance this field, this career, to where you can come in with a strong competitive advantage. Now, also, the purpose of this is for you to be able to objectively look at your particular career. So you see it says right here, the objective of reverse engineering is to determine how a device or system operates. You need to know every phase of this career choice. I watch people often choose a career, they go to school, they spend 4 years, and they come out, and they're not really happy with the career they chose. So we want to make sure at every phase of this career, the first 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, wherever you at, you know exactly what's going on, okay? Now, we break this down into 3 separate modules: information extraction, modeling, and review. The review part constantly play a role over and over again because you're always checking up on yourself. But information extraction is going to be the first one we're going to deal with. That's why I am working on this now, because I want to show you how you can choose the right career for you. Okay, so that's important. When an object is being reverse engineered, information about its design is analyzed, extracted, and then evaluated to see how the parts fit together. You will be in the know. So we're going to go to this first site, and it's just simply bls.gov. Okay, now the reason I take people to this particular site is because this is the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. What the government does for the United States of America is they go out and research all of the particular jobs that are out there, and then they write publications on these particular jobs. So as a student, you tend to ask the question, what career should I go into? And what I do is I send you to this website. Now, if you click on publications, you'll see this title in here, Occupational Outlook Handbook. And in here, they have a listing of the majority of the jobs in the United States. The reason I like this website so much is because they do the hard work. They do all of the research, and they give you this information right here for you to read free of charge. You have a tendency to go to individuals and you ask them, what should I do? How should I do it? What career should I go into? And you got this plethora of information sitting right here before you. So I have a tendency of sending students here first. Now, when I send you here, of course, I teach technology classes, so I'm expecting you to click on this link right here. I want you to explore the entire website, but I'm going to stay focused and go straight to what I want you to do. So if you click on computers and information technology, that will take you to the majority of the computer positions out there. Okay, I'm going to shrink this down so you can see it better. So this is the majority of the computer positions out there. So you get to choose what career you want to go in to. Now I'm going to focus on a particular career. I'm going to focus on information security analyst because I want to do a deep dive. As you see right here, it says information security analyst plan and carry out security measures to protect an organization's career computer network and systems. It says here, bachelor's degree. It also states that an individual is making $100,000 in this particular field. So now I want you to explore all the computer positions on here. But what's important is this. Once you choose a particular career to go into, it's important that you stick with it. Make a choice and stand behind that choice. Now, what a lot of students don't understand in the IT industry is you may start out in here, but as your career begins to grow, you may end up as a computer network architect. You may end up in one of these other fields like networking. So you want to pick some, start, get in the industry, and then begin to explore other opportunities. So let's go into here. Now, you may see this bachelor's degree and say, oh, that's going to be hard. No, no, no. That's the end product. Okay? What we want to do is get you into reverse engineering. Remember, I use that term, reverse engineering. We want you to break down each piece of the industry and be in the industry, because there's a lot of bonuses behind that. And I'm going to show you why it's important not to get caught up on them talking about a particular degree right now. Our industry is changing so much, and degrees play a part in our industry, but by far you can be in our industry making a whole lot of money and don't even have a degree. But we'll talk about that as we go on. So right now, I want you to look at the summary. I want you to see what they do. These here duties, what you should have in your resume is important. So read these carefully when you're looking through your particular career. See what the work environment is like so you'll know exactly what's happening in that particular field, and so on and so on. And the pay. I don't want you to get caught up on the pay right now, but at least you can see what the pay is for these particular positions in this particular industry. So this is the first place. I want you to go in here and make sure you select a field. Now, if you're going to be in a class with me in this semester, this is going to be the first thing you're going to have to do. Select a career so we will know what you're working on. Okay? So that's one part of it. We got another part. Let's go to the next part. Now, we're back. And I'm introducing you to another website I send my students to. And the reason I'm sending you to this website, there is a plethora of salary websites out there that you can search. But the reason I'm sending you to this one is because I use this consistently when I'm looking at the jobs and how employment is doing out there. What I tend to do is I come back to the website that I previously introduced you to, you know, that website right here. And once I take you back there, I bring you to this. Like I said, I'm going to focus on demonstrating this in the class online. I'm going to walk through the entire class online and show you what you need to be working on to actually go into this field. But I highlight this and take this information and simply copy it over into here. I do not choose a location right now because I don't know if I'm going to work in Illinois. If you're a foreigner watching this, I'm in Chicago, Illinois. Okay. And if you're a foreigner, comment in my comments and let me know what your country tend to use to find information like this. You know, do your country have a bureau that actually puts information like this together for you to be able to do a deep dive? But back to what I was saying, I am not going to choose a particular state or city or location right now because that's not important. Remember, I'm going to be going through this class, so I want to be able to gain as much as information as I can. I'm going to blow this up a little so it can look a little bit better. Okay, now, specifically, I want you to focus on the career you chose. So, like I put information security analyst in here, that's what I want you to choose. Now, I already know that I have to go down here and actually choose the next page because I know exactly where the field is located at. So I'm gonna go to page 2. And you may ask, Professor, why is this so important? Why are we doing that? Because one, you need to do another deep dive in all the information that's about this field. You also need to know the different type of position or title names that they have for this particular field. Remember, when you're searching for a job in this particular field or whatever field you choose, you want to make sure that you can have all the information that is necessary for you to find that information. Now, of course, I just messed that up, but that's okay, though. I'm having fun. Also, you want to give a brief description of the job. And like I said here, it also says you need a bachelor's degree. But check this out. All you need here, and this is a deeper dive because this is like what's happening on the ground right now, is 0 to 2 years of experience. Now, if I choose to come over here and click on what I would call the original page, and I go into this original page, it's going to say less than 5 years. So on the one hand, this is government research, a deep dive in the field, but this is research that's right on the ground. You on the ground, you know what's going down. It's like a general. The general will be reading this information to get a real good idea of what's going on, but you also will have soldiers out there doing a deep dive. Another reason this is good is because you want to see also the salary of what's happening in this particular field. So, excuse me for the pop-ups. I have no control over those. But as you can see, for information security analysts, you can see the range of salary here. This is important. This is one of your key tools because you need to know how to negotiate for a better salary once you move into this field. And that's with like any field. The very least amount of money says 56 grand, but over here you get 67 or 80. It depends on how you negotiate, and your negotiation skills will be based off how well you know the industry, how well you know how to do the work. So this was another page that I want you to take a look at. So once you choose the particular career that you want to go into, I then want you to come here into the salaries and make a decision and learn about that particular career. So we're going to stop now. I'm going to do a closure, but we're going to stop right now because this is important. You have 2 websites. And like I said, if you're taking a class with me this semester, this is going to be the first thing I'm going to have you fill out. What particular career are you going into? Okay, let's close this out now so you can have a better understanding of what we're going to be doing this year. Okay, as you can see, I introduced you to just 2 websites and a PowerPoint. I didn't really go deep into this because I want to make it into a series of things that can help you and not bombard you with a bunch of information and it's too much and some people don't watch it and some people don't look at it. I'm going to try to narrow it down as best I can, but give you what professors gave me when I first started my career. I'm a Cisco Academy instructor. I'm a college professor. And yes, I still do work in the IT industry. But I want to show you how you can go into this industry and do multiple things. Now, I know by putting this on my YouTube page, there will be a lot of people watching this. And if you're a person in another country and stuff, investigate your own country resources to see if they offer these same things. But even if they don't, follow what we have here and utilize this. But to my students, all through the semester, I'm going to be focusing on your career because the IT industry is in dire need of people to start working now. And that's what Cisco is doing. That's what Microsoft is doing. That is what Google, all the top organizations out there trying to get people trained up within a period of 3 to 6 months, get in the industry, still work on your degrees because you're going to need those degrees to move up and advance in a corporation. But do not sit back and wait and go 2, 3, 4 years and come out to an industry that has drastically changed. So with this being said, I'm going to keep this short too. Let's get prepared to do a series of learning how to get into the IT industry and move your career forward. This is Professor Sistrunk. I'll see you in the next video log on YouTube, of course. Bye-bye.